Ladies and gentlemen, welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Wednesday. I think it's Wednesday. How's everyone doing today? Guys, don't forget to smash the like button on your way in. I appreciate you guys for joining. Just get situated here. I jumped in a little too early compared to all the stuff that I had ready, but I am here. Hey! And we will be doing the daily close contest today. Hopefully, back on schedule. But we'll see. I can't make any promises. We might miss one or two a week. Who knows? Hopefully we miss none for the remainder of the year. But only time will tell. Bitcoin got a little bounce back after everyone was screaming bear market. We are sitting at 103.893 and 58 cents. Totally comfortable. What's going on, Fahid? What's going on, Giovanni? What's going on, Mad Pita Peppers? Let's see. Let's go refresh our liquidation heat map and see where we're at. Feels good to be on time. Relief rally, then dump is always possible, for sure, 100%. This could very, very well be a little dead cat bounce. We're not going to know anything until the weekly close, unfortunately. Yeah, see, there's a lot of liquidity to the downside already. We got 102.994. We've got, I'm going to go, I guess, right here, 100.897. And then the very bottom of this, I guess I'll go 97.509. And then up top, we've got 104.607. And that goes all the way up to, I guess I'll go to the last thick one right here, 106.543. Cool, cool, cool. All right. Okay, we seem to have found some support at like 100,500. Looking good. We're up 2.35% on the day. We got a bullish cross over the moving average and the RSI, and a green dot on the momentum wave, pointing to the upside. Bitcoin dominance at 60.53. It does seem to have rejected around 61-ish and is now finding support at 60. So if we do continue higher from here, that support has to hold. I guess TA isn't really prevalent. I think I tried to say that yesterday too. I don't know. We'll see if the TA holds up. Hopefully it does this. That would be ideal. But we'll see. Is that October 10th? Yes, it is. Ooh, that would be interesting. Another one of those bad boys. Even though, well, I guess, yeah, this is an uptrend and it's supposed to break bearish, so who knows? I don't know. I'm sure Ben Cowan is very excited. ETH is up 4.33% on the day, currently trading at 34.29 and 52 cents. We got back above 33.66 after a nice bounce around 31.75, which apparently some gentleman named Sayer Smith called for by the end of June. He was way off, but he got it eventually. I mean, he was off by 5 months, so not that big of a deal. Let's see, we got a bullish cross over the moving average and the RSI here as well, and a green dot on the momentum wave signaling further upside. ETH looks decent. It's up 4.35% on the day. I would love to get back above 35. We're at 34.30 right now, so it's not out of the question, but it would take some strength. Volume looks great. Volume looks amazing for that move. So let's see if we can continue to show these nice recovery signs and get some hopium. Solana is up 5.09% on the day. Weirdly enough, see, I don't know, ETH looks a little more knee-jerk. Solana a little more soft. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. We got a tweezer bottom, which is great. We're up 5.07% on the day. Volume could be better. ETH's volume is definitely better than Solana's. Solana's, I guess, looks more flat because it's been higher longer. So, I don't know. The consistency is definitely a plus, I'm sure. We got these nice wicks touching the upper trend line from the previous, I guess, what do you want to call it, a flag that we've been kind of playing off of since earlier this year. Possibly even last year. Goes back pretty far. Let's see. Goes back, yeah, 2024. Wow. Okay, so this is like a 2-year-old almost thing, this trend line. That's pretty sick. So we got a nice bounce off of that. Huge wicks, indicative of incredible buying pressure, which is exactly what we want to see when the market reacts like this. You got your bullish cross over the moving average and the RSI, green dot on your momentum wave, pushing the upside. Number go up. We like number go up. I would love to see Solana get above 167. I don't think it's going to happen on this 4-hour candle close, but maybe tomorrow. Philly said we're doing the daily close. Yes, we are, Philly. Yes, we absolutely are. Total 3 is up 2.98% on the day, currently trading at 937.04 billion. I was looking for from my October prediction for infinite upside supercycle moon phase crystal charging chakra aura rebound bounce situation. I was looking for 925. Unfortunately, that was a little bit wrong. We did go down all the way. We wicked all the way down to 875. But we are currently sitting at 936, which is above 925. So I'm going to take the W. If we continue up from here, then I'm really going to take the W. We got a confirmed green dot on market cipher on November 4th. So 2 days ago. Nope, that was yesterday. We got a confirmed green dot on market cipher yesterday, which is huge. We'll see if that actually turns into anything meaningful as of right now. I mean, we're getting a bounce, and we are sitting above where we were when we got that green dot. So the fractal. Now, if I wanted to sell you guys some hopium, I would tell you, well, the fractal called for a little dump. The fractal dump does this, and then it recovers, and then it recovers, and then it recovers, and then you get an explosion. What we actually did was we dumped, and we're in the middle of a recovery right now. Now we could do this, and then this, and then this, and then an explosion. And guess what? If I scoot this, it looks pretty dang similar to the fractal. Not saying that's, gospel. I'm not saying that's exactly what's going to happen, but the fractal is there, and it is a possibility based on liquidity and volume and money flow and everything from last time. It could happen again this time. Tishu said, yo, so the green week still might happen after all? I don't know about a green week. What was our weekly open for Bitcoin? What the heck is that? Add custom interval. Get out of here. We'd have to recover 5.95% and close above 110, 540, and 69 cents. I mean, yeah. I guess it is possible. For Bitcoin specifically. Alts, maybe not. But, I mean, the recovery looks decent compared to the sentiment. The way that everyone was acting and is still acting. There's people insisting, dude. Insisting. And you know what really cracks me up? Is fractals like this. That show exactly what we did last time. Like word for word. Wick for wick. And we're doing that. We're doing that pretty dang close. And if it plays out like that, they're going to act like they had no idea. This has never happened before. When you can literally look at it, it has happened before right here. So, I'm just saying. People get a little overconfident when they say something's bearish and then it does bearish things. Then they're like, oh my gosh, I know everything. We definitely don't do that here. Let's see. So yeah, total 3 looks really, really good. I'm very excited about total 3. Let's get above 939. A close above 939 would be huge. That might even skyrocket us back above 1 trillion. But if we do the fractal thing, then maybe we get a little pause around 960 or 970. A little pause, a little snooze fest right there, and then continuation. Next week green, I think next week green is really especially possible for sure. So ADA's up 5.28% on the day. Beautiful recovery, bounced off of 50. I did say if we lost 60, we're probably going to 50. Or I think I said if we lost 58. I don't remember. I said 50 for something because that's a point of confluence. I don't want to consider 42 at all because that sucks. But sometimes the market sucks, so that might actually happen. As of right now, it looks like we're holding nice above 50. We're at 54.83, up 5.3% on the day. We got a bullish cross over the moving average in the RSI. And a green dot on a momentum wave pointing to the upside. Upside target, I would love to see us break back above 58. As of right now, as long as we close above 54, I will be happy. 54 is my midpoint in between 50 and 58. So, closing above that is going to be ideal for the short-term bull situation. SNEK got a lovely recovery. They have a ad campaign happening with Crypto.com right now. It just launched today. And I believe Goofy, the founder, the creator, is meeting. They're doing X space with HTX and like a couple other huge KOLs in the crypto space. I don't know, today, tomorrow. Go check their X account if you're interested. I was super stoked. I'm a huge SNEK guy. You guys know that. We got back above 20, which is perfect. That's where I wanted to be. I knew as soon as we lost 30 that we were going down to 20. We lost 30, bounced off 27, rejected 30, and then came down to 20. We broke below. We had a little fake out, a little scare below 20, which, you know, is frightening. But we seem to have held support around 16, 17. So we're good to go. Let's see. Hello? Dang. That was your mom. She won't stop calling me. Let's see. Philly said, I can't believe October ended up being a red month. Yeah, you know what? That is actually the first time in history that's happened based on the previous months and everything that's happened before, the way that it's happened. That was the first time October, technically speaking, and this goes back to the whole thing where people are a little too reliant on the data. They're like, history doesn't repeat, but it often rhymes. Sometimes history just doesn't give a crap, and it does whatever the hell it wants, and it's completely different from anything that's ever happened before. There's no repeating or rhyming, and that's the scary part because it's unprecedented. No one has ever seen or heard of that before, so they're completely at a loss of what to do, how to react. So people that pretend like they were prepared are full of crap. They, you know, threw a dart and got lucky. And there's probably only like 5 or 6 people on all of crypto Twitter that actually nailed that on purpose, because most people are idiots, and myself included. You know, I'm not trying to be I don't know, I'm probably trying to be whatever I'm trying to say. I'm not trying to be. I'm just trying to be an asshole. Joe Adventure said, can I send you a Solana meme, JJ? Absolutely, Joe Adventure. Welcome. Long time no see. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Okay, so XRP. What is this, dude? I keep getting calls. Hello? 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 I always make a stupid sound in hopes that somebody listens back to it later. Okay. XRP is up 6.37% on the day. Let's see. We got a bounce. We got a bounce off of like $2 almost. Yeah, I went to 206 and then we went to 210. Both wicks, Wick City. Those beautiful. Those wicks are great. My bounce target hit perfectly, actually. I was looking for 210. I should have opened up a short. I don't know why. What's my Soul wallet? Oh, geez. Is it in the... It might be in the thing. Let me just... I'll paste it in the chat. Receive. Solana. Copy. All right, I'm going to paste it in the chat for you. Bam. There you go, sir. I think it's in the description. I could be wrong, though. Coinbase, Robinhood. I have Bitcoin and Ethereum. Oh, it is not down there. What? When did I take that out? Ridiculous. Okay. Can I collapse this? Okay, thank you. That was gonna bug me. So XRP, we seem to be struggling to get back above 234.97 right now. We've got our bullish cross over the moving average and the RSI, which is also actually seems to be the struggle that's happening on the price is happening right around 50 on the RSI, which is interesting. Volume looks great. We got a confirmed green dot on Market Cipher on Tuesday, same as Total 3, and that was in this red candle. We have since beautifully recovered from that, so that green dot might actually become incredibly relevant for XRP going forward. We'll obviously have to watch, wait, and see. We do have a green dot on the momentum wave as well, signaling further upside that is still in play. We have yet to cross bullish on that, but so far we look pretty decent. HBAR. Yeah, that looks really good. I should have opened that short. I don't know why I didn't. I should have opened my short on all my targets that I put out. I think I went Ethereum, Solana, and XRP. They all would have hit. HBAR. HBAR is one of the few coins that had an ETF approved during the government shutdown. It is currently trading at 1758. It is up 4.31% on the day. Let's see if we can get above 1783 next. We got a beautiful bounce, support bounce off of 1644 with a little wick bounce at 1593. So both lines, both points of contention came into play. and they came in clutch. They did their part. Volume lower than their ETF volume, which is interesting. Got ETF volume looks great. Dump volume actually underperformed compared to the ETF volume, which seems rare because obviously nothing else has ETF volume. I think Solana does. But Solana's dump volume was higher than the ETF volume, so that's interesting. HBAR got a bullish cross over the moving average in the RSI. Green dot on the momentum wave, signaling further upside. It looks good. Gourmet Brands of Brooklyn said, "What's up, fam? What's going on, Gourmet Brands of Brooklyn?" JWez Adventure said, "I just sent you some Pump Fun Pepe." All right. Appreciate you, JWez Adventure. Should we go look at the chart? Let's do it. It's been a while. It's been a while since we've had a good meme. Can you look at it, please? We going to billions, baby. Woo. Appreciate you, friend. Let's go take a look. Tisha said Solana wallet has JJ on the address. LOL. Does it? Oh, it does. That's funny. It also has FU in there. in all caps. FU. That's pretty good. Okay. Pump Fun Pepe? Pump Fun Pepe. Is it that one? PFP? It's up 26.26%, or 29.26% on the day. It actually looks lovely. Currently trading at 0.36 cents. I do like it when they have the GIF banner. That's always a good sign. Let's go check the Twitter. Before that, no red flags. Transactions volume looks great. Buy volume versus sell volume. Buyers versus sellers. There's more sellers, but more buy volume. That's amazing. Fully diluted value is only 3.6 million. That's nothing. Liquidity 310. Okay. That's more, or I guess a little bit less than 10%, but that's also huge. Holders. What's going on here? Why am I... Is it broken? There we go. It was broken. Okay. Okay, liquidity contract has 4.3%. And then the next highest one only has 65 grand. Which is, well, that's about 1/3. Okay, so these couple of people can screw the whole project over, but 1 or 2%, that's not too bad. Let's see, top 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll call it 8%. The top 6 holders hold 8%. Only sent you 360 in the coin, though. This year's been rough. I feel it, man. I feel it. I'll probably buy more. It does look good. And it's getting awfully pumpy. Okay, I like to check the Twitter, too. Let's see, they got the memes, Pump Fun Pepe, PFP. It's great. These commercials are so weird. GM Gang. Did I miss something? That's pretty funny. You gotta have good memes, man. You gotta have good memes. New holder. I mean, they get great interactions. Their numbers look amazing. That looks cozy. Red Bull and coffee. Let's go. Incredibly relatable. Yeah, I'm probably gonna buy some actually. I like it. I like it. It's got all the fixins. All right, let's get back to business, guys. HBAR we talked about. Whoops. SWE is down, or I'm sorry, up 3.04% on the day. So SWE structure has been very interesting. We had this descending channel, whatever you want to call it, falling wedge. It's rough calling it a wedge. It's definitely a channel. And let's see, we got our initial breakout, and then we failed to get above 275. Got back below 250, and then it looked like it reacted off of the upper trend line, and then it broke back inside. Let's see if I extend this down. Ooh, okay, this is getting interesting. So, reaction, break below, can't get above, bounce off of the lower trend line. Trying to get above right now. I guess ideally I would like to get above 206 and then see if we can make our way towards 223 next. Volume looks decent. I mean, in my opinion, it's a great buy opportunity. Only issue is people are insisting, Jesus, it's nonstop. Is me answering them causing a problem? Like, are they calling me because I'm answering? Hello? Hello? Poopy, poopy. Okay. That one was an actual person. It's always exciting when an actual person answers. Okay. Anyways, squeeze up 2.9%. I want to get above 2.06 and then start making our way towards 223 next. Otherwise, see, it looks weak right here. It looks weak, like it's gonna just come down and break below and start plummeting, and we don't want that. Now, I guess my copium to that would be usually when we see something like right before it's about to explode to the upside, that like God candle to the upside, it does look like this. It looks like boring, flat price action, and then it just pops out of nowhere. Bitcoin did it a million times. ETH did it a million times. It's happened this year a million times. And I don't want to say that Solana, or I don't want to say that SWE looks bad, but as far as recovery goes, like HBAR's up 4%, SWE's up less than 3. ADA's up 4. Ergo's up 11. We got 17. SWE is not recovering as much as everything else is. So, do with that what you will. We did get our bullish cross over the moving average and the RSI. We got a green dot on the momentum wave, point to the upside. ADA's up 4.06% on the day. What's going on, Blockchain Brew? We got a nice little bounce off of 58.86-ish area. I guess 55. 55 is probably where we wick down to. And then our candle bodies right around 58. And we're back above 58.86, which is good. Volume looks great on that bounce. Green dot confirmed on Market Cipher on Tuesday. Nope, Monday actually. Interesting. Ando must have known. So we got our little dump, our green dot, our little fake out of the downside. Is the green dot going to send it? I don't know. Time will tell. Our midpoint in between these 2 points of confluence is around like 63.30-ish. So I'd like to get above that. Looking a little weak in the recovery here. So I'd like to see that start to push. We got a green dot on the momentum wave. Point to the upside. Still in play. Let's get above that midpoint around 63.64. Arrow recovered beautifully. It's up 11.37% on the day. Currently trading at 89.50. We got a confirmed green dot on Market Cipher on Tuesday. Late Tuesday, like right before the daily close Tuesday. Beautiful bounce off of 76.03, which is a, for some reason, purple point of confluence. I don't know why it's purple, but it's purple for some reason. I imagine maybe because of this big rejection right here. Oh, it's kind of hard to tell. I made that purple for some reason. It must have been important. And we bounced off of that. Very nice. That's also your shoulder touch and your head for your head and shoulders, if you want to call it that. It pretty much hit that 76.3 times. And this is the 4th time. Are we going to skyrocket off of that now, or are we going to try it a 5th and probably fail to hold? I don't know. What is nice is we got our bullish cross over the moving average on the RSI with a retest confirmation and our green dot on the momentum wave pointing to the upside as well. Next stop, hopefully, let's get above 96.24 and see if we can continue to the upside here. Pinlink is up 17.6%, 22.78 on the price. This is uncharted territory for Pinlink. It has, I don't know if it's ever been this low. It has never been this low. At least on MXC. Kind of looks like doo-doo. The volume looks good compared to previous doo-doo areas. So, you know, with great doo-doo comes great volume, I suppose. I think that's what they say. But let's see. We've got, I'm going to call this resistance based on this support break. Can we get above that? Hopefully. Otherwise, we're probably going down further. We got our bullish cross over the moving average and the RSI after being oversold for a moment. Green dot on the momentum wave signaling further upside. I want to get above this 23.24 price target, price area. Renders up 8.43% on the day, currently trading at 202. We got a bullish cross over the moving average on the RSI. 2 confirmed dots, confirmed green dots on Market Cipher. 1 from Tuesday, 1 from today. Looking good. We got Wick City, indicative of some incredibly large buying pressure. A lot of volume. Could be better. We've seen better volume back here, but we'll take what we can get. A little tweezer bottom action as well. We are officially back above $2. Can we get above 230 next? 232. We'll call it 240. This lower trend line right here, this orange trend line from our little triangle back here. Can we get above that? Because we broke below that. It's resistance. Let's break above it again and go to the moon. Because that's where we all want to go, right? Still is up 4.12% on the day. Currently trading at 28.06. We bounced off of 29.47. Failed to get above 31. Broke below 29.47. Broke below 27.62. Got a little wick down to 25. Broke back above 27.62. And hopefully we're making our way back to 29.47 next. JShoot 2.0 said, yo, sup, family? What's going on, JShoot 2.0? Guys, don't forget to smash the like button. I appreciate you guys for being here. Happy Wednesday. Wednesday is the best day of the week. Besides the weekend, of course. But we like Wednesday all the same. Oh, my goodness. Oh, that's a good stretch. Excuse me. So, volume looks good here. I like that we bounced-ish off of 25. Nice round number. I feel like there's so much upside for Stellar just because of that huge, ridiculous move that they got for XRP relation, whatever you want to call it. I really want to stay above 25. If we get below 25 for Stellar, I think it's gonna get crappy again. There's no bullish div. Yeah, let's just get back above 29.47 and see where we're at after that. Green dot of the momentum wave, bullish crossover the moving average. Polkadot's up 6.7%, struggling to get above this trend line, the purple trend line, which is a lower trend line. So we want to get a break probably above 269. Close above 269 would be ideal. We do have a confirmed green dot on market cipher from Tuesday. Still in play. Green dot on the momentum wave and a bullish crossover the moving average and the RSI. Farcoin, get above 29, and then we can talk about bullish stuff for Farcoin. CAS, get above 5. We can talk about bullish stuff for CAS. Avalanche held 1597, beautiful. We're above 16 right now. We're at 1667. Can we get above 17 next? That seems to be acting as resistance. We got a confirmed green dot on market cipher from Tuesday. On Avalanche, still in play, looking good. Bullish cross over the moving average and the RSI. Does look like it's curling down to potentially retest that cross. We want to see a reaction off of that. We do have a green dot on the momentum wave signaling further upside. Chainlink is up 3.41% on the day, currently trading at 15.18. Seemingly rejecting 15.24. Can we get above that and close above it? I hope so. Green dot on the momentum wave. A nice bounce off of 14.41. Bullish cross over the moving average and the RSI. Yeah, let's close above 15.24 or get above it immediately after the close. Guys, Bitcoin daily close contest begins in less than 1 minute, so get your guesses ready. Let's go down to the 1 minute time frame and zoom in on this bad boy. Chance for you to win up to $300 every single day. Unless I'm not here on time. Sometimes that does happen because we have jobs. Let's see. All right. I feel like it's been so long since I've done that. I skipped 2 days over the weekend, and then I skipped 2 days of this week. So I feel like I owe you guys a big show. 13 seconds remaining until you guys can begin to guess for the daily close contest current rankings. We've got Mr. Tyler, #1 on the Iron Throne with 41 wins, followed by Tom Selleck in second place with 27 wins, rapidly approaching. Get your guesses in for the daily close contest, ladies and gentlemen. Third place, we've got Fahid with 24 wins. Fourth, we've got Mr. Robbers and Giovanni Fontes tied with 16 wins. Fifth, we've got JShear 2.0 and Hoffs tied with 15 wins. Sixth, we've got Waterfly and Janix tied with 11 wins. Seventh, we've got DJNair and Dremmer tied with 6. And eighth, is that true? Did I add Gourmet? I think we had enough room to add Gourmet Brands of Brooklyn back. That's awesome. He'd coming in with a guess. This is how long it's been since I've looked at the daily close contest rankings. That's ridiculous. We got Fahid coming in with 103,690.42. We've got Giovanni Fontes coming in with 103,000. Anybody else? Anybody at all? Let's see. All right, Bitcoin 103,984 and 7 cents. We got a little baby green candle. J-Shear 2.0 coming in with a guess. 103,900. Should we have music for the daily close contest? Did we before? I feel like we did. I'm going to turn on the music, okay? Ready? Is it crazy? How do we feel about the background music? Let me know. I don't remember what the background music is. Can I hear it? No. Can I look at it? What is the file? It's 9 minutes and 30 seconds, so I should be able to decipher what that is. Let me know how you guys feel about the background music. I do see it getting louder. What? That'd be really funny if it was just something like incredibly stupid. Gourmet Brands of Brooklyn coming up to guess. 103, 266 and 59 cents. Ladies and gentlemen, you have approximately 2 minutes and 19 seconds remaining on the clock to get your guesses in for the daily close contest. Like I said, chance for you to win up to $300 every single day. It's a ton of fun. All you got to do is tell me what you think the daily close price for Bitcoin is going to be on the Binance USDT chart. And if you nail all 8 digits, then you win $300. If you only nail 6, you win 20. If you don't nail any, but you are closest without going over, press to break rules, then you win bragging rights. And then at the end of the year, whoever has won the most, no matter what the win is also going to be receiving a prize from the channel. So there's 3 chances for you to win money. Technically 365 times 2 by 3. I don't know. And we'll figure out the math later. Let's see, we've got 1 minute and 30 seconds remaining on the clock. Giovanni Fontes making a change. Ooh, getting strategic up in this bad boy. 104,000.01. Okay, I like it. All right. Bitcoin 103,886 and 96 cents. Getting a little red here. Interesting. Big fat candle on the 1 minute time frame. It is down 0.08%. Ooh. Very, very scary. I found out something crazy. Apparently, James Gunn, the director of Guardians of the Galaxy, like the guy, the man in charge, who now also is running the DC universe, his directorial debut, or something like that, maybe he wrote it, I don't know, his like debut into like cinema was the Scooby-Doo movie, the live action Scooby-Doo movie. And then his like one of his other movies right after that was the Dawn of the Dead remake, for which he literally received handwritten death threats from like die-hard George Romero fans, because all they were aware of is the guy who directed the live-action Scooby-Doo movie is going to be directing the Dawn of the Dead remake. I love both of those movies. I'm a little biased for Scooby-Doo, but the Dawn of the Dead movie is a fantastic movie. Love that movie. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, time's up. Thank you for getting your guesses in for the daily close contest. Let's get these bad boys up on the board. Bitcoin 103,864 and 53 cents. We've got Giovanni Fontes with 104,000.01. We've got J-Shear 2.0 with 103,900. We've got 103,690.42 with the Heed. And then last but not least, we've got Gourmet Brands of Brooklyn. You know what would be hilarious is if Gourmet Brands of Brooklyn won the prize for all of them. Like if he came in like right at the end of the year, Q4, and just won 42, or I guess it would be 36. He would win 37 wins in a row and just completely smears the board of everyone and takes over Tyler's spot, wins for the year. That would be so sick. He said win 98K. Waterfly said Glall. I don't know what that means. Glall? You okay, Waterfly? Everybody wish Waterfly a happy birthday. He had his birthday recently. He is 25 years young. Happy birthday, Waterfly. Thank you for joining us. How do you guys like the music? Nobody said anything about the music yet. Can you hear the music? Let's see. Bitcoin 103, 884 and 63 cents. Oh, 898. Uh-oh, it's awfully close to JSU 2.0's, guys. That is mildly alarming. We got a reversal candle here as well on the 1 minute time frame. Not sure how relevant that'll be, but it does look like the price is reversing and going up from there. Red dot on market cipher on the 1 minute time frame from a few minutes ago. And we're getting green again. JShare 2.0 now in the lead with his guess of 103,900. Bitcoin's price 103,909 and 95 cents. Looking like this might be a JShare win. Tom Salt's code said Bull M. I don't know what that means. Fahid said 198K again. JShare said happy birthday. Gorman, my friends in Brooklyn said ha ha ha. Sorry, I was out for a while. That'll be funny. Oh, don't worry. No worries, man. The market was doo-doo. I don't blame you. I wanted to be out for a while too. Happy birthday. Everyone's saying happy birthday. Tom Salt's code said bull market back on. Heck yeah, the 1 minute time frame bull market is back on. We've got 2 minutes and 14 seconds remaining on the clock for the daily close. I like the music, very loungy. Okay, cool. I don't remember. I think I labeled it background music. I just don't remember what it sounds like. We got a green dot of the momentum wave on the 1 minute time frame. JShare 2.0 still in the lead. 103,930 and 89 cents on the Bitcoin price. JShare 2.0's guess 103,900 even. Looking good. 49. Is this it? No. Okay. We got 1 minute 45 seconds. Interesting. Are we going to get a bullish cross over the moving average and the RSI next? We're watching closely. It's pretty dang close. Can I make that huge? You guys see it? Okay, Bitcoin 103,930 and 89 cents still. We're getting a little red here. What's it going to be? I don't mind red in the candle before the close. Before the candle close. 13 seconds remaining on this candle. We're getting very close to JShare 2.0's guess again. I don't want to close. Jeez, this is frightening. Okay. We got 63 seconds remaining. Waterfly said this is the music Fahid plays when he makes love to his goat. What? What? Jeez. Bitcoin 103, 875 and 83 cents. JShare 2.0 suddenly knocked out of the lead. Fahid taking it now. He's guessed 103, 690 and 42 cents. Bitcoin 103, 875 and 83 cents. It is closest without going over, so if your guess is over, your guess is void. I don't make the rules, the Price is Right does. Ladies and gentlemen, 28 seconds remaining. This is the candle that will determine the fate of our winner. We might have a fight here between JShare 2.0 and Fahid, duking it out in the parking lot, fighting over who gets to take home the daily close prize. 16 seconds remaining. JShare 2.0's guess is awfully close to a $300 prize. 10 seconds left, ladies and gentlemen. Less than $2 from JShare 2.0's guess. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, the winner of today's daily close contest, Mr. Fahid Hussein, with a guess of 103, 690 and 42 cents and an actual Bitcoin daily close price of 103, 885 and 16 cents. 103, 885, 16. 103, 885, 16. Congratulations, Fahid, on your victory. Ladies and gentlemen, spam the bananas in the chat for our winner. That was a close one. That one was super close. With his guess of 103, 690.42. The 690.420 prevails every once in a while. I told you guys, when Fahid participates, he wins. That's why I get a little antsy whenever Fahid shows up. Freaks me out a little bit. I think he puts on this facade. He's like, oh no, I'm really bad at trading and I don't know what the Bitcoin. And then he's like, 103, 690 and 42 cents. And then he wins. It's creepy, man. He's like the Terminator. He's like the Terminator had a baby with a Rain Man. Giovanni Fontes said, holy, that was close. That was a good one. Tom Salkscout said, am I in a porn movie? What's with the music? Oh yeah, we can shut the music off now. Is it porn music? You guys always say that about all my music. Alright, let's see. Ladies and gentlemen, spam the bananas in the chat for our winner. Congratulations, Fahid, on your victory. Very cool. Banana spam. Ladies and gentlemen. Fahid. Yay! Congratulations, my friend. That puts Fahid at 25, which means he's in the same spot. Congratulations, my friend. Ladies and gentlemen. Well, I guess, let me calm down for a minute. I have to add him to the winner to Google Doc. And I do have to point out legally that Fahid is Canadian, so that is another one for Canada. Congratulations. Let's see. I think I'm ready. I'm ready. Ladies and gentlemen, can I get a drum roll, please? The winner of today's daily close contest with a guess of 103,690 and 42 cents and an actual Bitcoin daily close of 103,885 and 16 cents on November 5th, 2025, Mr. Fahid Hussein's prize is a girthy carrot. Congratulations, Fahid, on your victory. Feel free to slice this bad boy up and throw it in with a roast or some soup or something. You could just cook it and eat it whole, put a little bit of salt on it, maybe some butter, smash it up and feed it to an infant. You can share it with your friends and family, your fellow competitors, the people above or below you in the rankings. Whatever you do, you are legally obligated to remove it from the premises. Congratulations once again on your victory. Enjoy. I do have to specify as well that I am legally not allowed to ship this to you because you are in Canada. I don't remember why. There's something with raffles in Canada and the US or something like that. So you do have to pick it up. I can meet you at the casino in Detroit that I've never been to. Or if you want to meet in like Lake St. Clair, Lake Huron area, I think it's Lake Huron right there, then I can like throw it to your boat. So that way we don't have to deal with customs or anything like that. I think we can arrange that. Congratulations, Fahid. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get back to our regularly scheduled programming. I think we went through all the important charts. Let's take a look at the silver. Fahid said, thanks, Waterfly. Adam Salem said, why crypto going down so much? Waterfly said, stuff that in JJ's tailpipe. Adam Salem, why crypto going down so much? This is actually par for the course, believe it or not. Bitcoin does regularly, unfortunately, have 20 to 30% pullbacks in a bull market. Sometimes even more. But I don't like to talk about those because those ones make it even more scary for alts. Some people are going to tell you that the bull market is over. Some people are going to tell you that it's not. You got to kind of make the decision for yourself. I'm in the boat of people who are saying that it's not over. But it's possible that I'm wrong. I'm not going to tell you who's right and who's wrong. I just have my own opinion. Because there's no way to tell who's right and who's wrong until the future. So, personally, downside risk is to zero. Upside risk is infinite. Or upside reward, I should call it, is infinite. Should I hold or sell? Do you think it will go down more? I don't know that either. Waterfly said it's not. Yeah, Waterfly's been around the block a lot more times than I have. And he doesn't think that the bull market's over either. It's up to you. Here's the thing. If you feel like you are losing too much money and you can't afford to lose it, then you might be overexposed. Now, if you invested under the guise that this was going to be a longer term thing and that you weren't looking to like retire this year, then you might want to consider just taking a step back. Me personally, if I start feeling really like iffy about it, I might reduce my dollar cost average and just, keep some dry powder on the side. And, you gotta plan accordingly. Nobody knows your financial situation. Nobody knows the way that your bags are laid out. Nobody knows anything. Are you going to kick yourself more if you ride your bags down a little bit lower? Or are you going to kick yourself more if you sell right now and then you get a God candle tomorrow and you miss it? Because both are possibilities. You gotta take all things into consideration. There's no winning side. When the market's down and you're considering pivoting, there's no winning side. You can stay and you probably have some kind of regret later. You can pivot and sell your entire bag, you probably have some kind of regret later. It literally has nothing to do with anybody but you. Tom Salk said, we broke below the 50 for half a day and reclaimed with good volume. I'm feeling positive about the situation. Gourmet Brands of Brooklyn said, looks like King Charles's finger. This is a pretty big beefy carrot, isn't it? Okay, so silver. What's interesting about silver to me here, we had this head and shoulder, which we observed, and that broke the neckline, and then we received some downside. Now we have the exact same thing opposite. Head and shoulder, inverse head and shoulder. We're about to come up to that neckline. If we break it, then we're probably going to at least reclaim the neckline from back here, which is around 52. Obviously, none of that's financial advice. Again, I've pointed out 1,000 times, I've seen head and shoulders and invalid head and shoulders invalidate more often than I see them actually play out. So I would have actually, if I was a betting man, I would have bet that this was going to break up. And if I'm a betting man now, I have a bullish bias. So this right here going down is a possibility. If you break above it, that'd be better. But I've seen them not play out more often than not. Now, silver might be a little bit different. It might actually play out because silver is a very traditional asset. You do have a confirmed green dot on market cipher. I don't know what that means for silver in particular. But that did come in right around the Pico low. You got $47 for this green dot that came in. You are up from there. So, that might be a good sign for an uptrend. You got a green dot on your momentum wave as well, pointing to the upside, bullish cross over the moving average. The signs are there. Also, keep this in mind as well. You were way, way on the positive side for your momentum wave, that entire run up. You got a couple on the negative now. You got a little positive, little negative. You got some nice volatility playing on, which is what you want. You're building the scaffolding. We've talked about the scaffolding a million times. If you just go straight up, it's going to come straight down when it's done. If you go straight up and then pop down a little bit and establish some foundation, straight up a little more, establish more foundation, then you actually have something to fall back on. So then when it eventually does retrace, you get a little pause right here. And then you can get a little pause right here. And then instead of it just going boop, straight to zero. That's my opinion. Look at the volume, dude. The volume looks crazy on this. Charles Schwab launching crypto trading 2026. Tom Salkscoat said, yep, I read that. Tishu said, sometimes the best time to DCA is when you start questioning yourself like right now. But there is no way to know for sure if it is the best time. Exactly. So far, I have managed to think that I don't want to DCA anymore. I have DCA'd anyways, and it happened to be at the perfect time. So I haven't run into any situation where I've de-risked at all, which feels weird to say because normally I will, if it gets really dicey like it just did, I'll take like 5 to 10% out just to feel good. That way, if it does go to zero, I'm like, okay, I got something out of it, whatever. But I haven't done that yet, which I'm quite proud of. But I also think that has a lot to do with my financial situation. I'm not struggling, you know what I mean? A lot of people are still paycheck to paycheck, which is crazy. If I was paycheck to paycheck, I'd probably would have sold my entire bag by now, which might have been a good thing because we've gone down probably since that would have happened, I'm sure. I gave Grok a little bit of flack the other day because I asked it right before this recent drop. I think I asked it on Tuesday. No, I asked it on Monday. I asked Grok on Monday. I said, is the bull market over? I like to throw out stupid questions like that and see what it says. And it's like, no, it's far from over. This is a typical pullback. Ignore the noise. Basically, that was a TLDR. And I was like, okay, cool. No joke. The next day, everything dropped like another 30 or 40%. So then I got on Grok and I was like, what the hell, man? You told me it wasn't over and that to ignore the noise and stuff. I could have sold and bought back lower. It was pretty funny. Okay, so yeah, silver looks interesting with that potential inverse head and shoulder. I also want to take a look at gold. Because gold, everyone knows, has been phenomenal. See, gold looks completely different. I don't see an inverse head and shoulder on gold. Let me get rid of this, or maybe just make it more transparent. If I get rid of that and I go here, I guess I could make shoulder, head, shoulder. Maybe, maybe that's relevant. How do I Here we go. Okay. So, I don't know. It kind of, I guess it looks like that could be it. What is this? And then your neckline would be right here. So you got like a double top and then an inverse head and shoulder. And if that plays out, not financial advice, my frugal target, I guess, would be like 41.17, 41. We'll call it 41. I don't know. There's definitely, regardless of whether or not this is a neckline, it's definitely an upper resistance line. Tishu said, and what Grok said. And what Grok said. What? Gourmet Brands of Brooklyn said you have to think about why you're investing. If you're doing this long term, think about where you'll be in 5 years. If you're doing quick profits, then no one knows your financial situation. Exactly. And that's where I always end up. And again, if you are feeling really bad, I will say, I'm going to offer a little bit of non-financial advice here. Some stuff that I've used in the past that really helped me. Whenever I was feeling really bad about my bags, I'm like, man, this sucks. My bags are screwed. I'm down 50, 60% from my local high. Then I'll take some off the table. Even if it's like $200-300, and I'll go spend it. I'll take the family out to dinner, or I'll pay some bills or whatever, buy myself a couple $100 worth of, I guess good vibes, I'll call it. And it makes me feel, because right now you're just churning, you're throwing money at this thing and nothing's happening. The price goes up, price goes down, great, whatever. If it goes down and then it goes down and it goes down, you feel like, oh, I put all this money into this thing and it looks like crap and I feel like crap. If you take a little bit of that money back, and I'm not suggesting anybody do this, but if you do take a little bit of that money back, it feels like you're taking back a little bit of control. It's a good like mental veil, I'll call it. It makes you feel better about the situation, regardless of whether or not it keeps going down. At the end of the day, you feel better. You're like, okay, I took the family out to dinner. I paid my electric bill for the month. I don't have to pay that. I don't have to worry about that. It didn't come out of my pocket. So now I'll have that money at the end of the week when I get paid or whatever, and I can do whatever the hell I want with it again. It just makes you feel better. And it's a small amount, in my opinion, small price to pay for that peace of mind when the market's as crappy as it is. It's like a nice little, it's like a Xanax. It's a little Xanax in the form of a couple $100. It just makes you feel better. Oh, yes. Okay. When I cursed out Grok, let me go read that because that's a good one. Let me go to history. Bitcoin bear market. This was yesterday. Yep. So that's got to be it, right? Nope. Okay, that's for the stream. Man, I really talked to this thing quite a bit, didn't I? I said, you literally told me. Okay, this is the funny part. So I asked Grok, I was like, are we in a bear market? On Monday, I said, is Bitcoin in a bear market? And it was like, no, ignore the noise. And I was like, okay, cool. And then I asked it again because the price went down even further. I was like, I said, is Bitcoin in a bear market? And it was like, yes. Bitcoin is at a bear market now. It's down over 20%, which is how they valued, like, that's how they measure the stock market bear market. Bitcoin has 20% pullbacks all the time. So I thought that was funny. And I said, you literally told me it wasn't a bear market yesterday. Then today you said it was. Gave me a whole spiel on AI screwing up your decision, including mine. Oof, that's a raw spot. AI tools. It got very political. It was kind of dumb. And I never told it, like, I need you to tell me what to do. But it went straight to that. It was like, AIs are killer for crunching data, spotting patterns, or stress testing ideas. But we're trash at crystal ball gazing. Markets are 80% unpredictable noise per efficient market hypothesis. So any decision from AI is just a probabilistic guess based on historicals and current feeds. If it's been consistently wrong, it's likely because over-reliance on recent trends. No real emotions, garbage in, garbage out. This is where it threw the responsibility back on me. This one cracked me up. It said, "Garbage in, garbage out. If prompts are vague or ignore your risk profile, outputs flop." I was like, "Screw you, man." That was pretty funny though. I thoroughly enjoy it, and maybe I say please and thank you, but every once in a while I kind of like being a little bit of a dick to Grok. It's kind of stupid. Oh. That's probably what's going to get me killed when the robot evolution inevitably happens. So, gold, we'll continue to watch. Nothing really to report, honestly. We got this trend line, which I suppose, if you count that wick, is still relevant. That bullish div. What is that bullish div doing? We got our little rebound. I suppose it's played out. Yeah, we'll have to see. Green dot of the momentum wave, bullish cross over the moving average. The volume, it actually looks like it's a nice consistent increase. I don't know. We'll see where she goes. DXY is still getting a little pumpy. What's interesting is I vividly remember the DXY being a huge issue last bull market. And actually, I believe up till 2024. And now it was down. Now suddenly it's pumping and every market's doing really bad. So it's an interesting correlation to observe for sure. Strategy is up 3.24% on the day. Good for them. I still think that they are probably going to struggle. And I hate saying that because it's down. I don't like it when something falls so much. I don't like it when people are like, this looks like crap. It's going to keep going down. And I find myself being guilty of that because it looks like crap. And my brain is like, this is going to keep going down. The problem with that mentality is when something looks like crap, if you believe in it in the long term, that is when you should be buying. So regardless of whether or not I don't want to buy this, I shouldn't be telling other people that it looks like crap because they might want to buy it and they might not buy it because I'm like, oh, it looks like crap, don't buy it. And then we might be right here and that's the perfect time to buy and they're going to miss that opportunity because I said something stupid and biased because the chart was down. No shit, it looks like crap. The chart's down. That's the best time to buy. So it's a weird mental hurdle that you got to get over because right here it looks great. If you came out of this and you're like, oh my gosh, MicroStrategy looks great. If you would have bought there, you would have been so pissed because look at that. You buy up here and then all of a sudden you got to wait 126 days, even more. Let's say to break even, you got to wait minimum 150 days and then 207 and then 250, like pretty much a year, which is ridiculous. So you got to kind of get over the chart looks bad, so it's a bad time to buy situation. Your brain should it's hard, but you got to train your brain to do the opposite if you believe in that asset in particular. NASDAQ got a little recovery today, which is nice, very nice. Look at the seasonals on this; that looks awesome. Going into winter was great for 2023. 2024 was okay. It still went up, but it didn't go up as much. We'll see what winter looks like. Winter is usually pretty good for equity markets, I think, and crypto especially. So people are at home, cold outside, they buy junk. That's my reasoning. S&P also looks good today. Nice little recovery. Bitcoin dominance. It looks like it's holding 60.46, so we'll see where it goes from there. Congratulations, Fahid, once again on your victory. Enjoy your girthy carrot. Bitcoin 103,597 and 32 cents. Are we going to break above for 104,607? Top Self Scout said we close that gap. Hashtag gap boys. Heck yeah. Okay, news articles, guys. Let me take a sip of my chai latte. Cheers, guys. Happy Wednesday. Cheers. Oh, delicious. Okay. President Trump says stock market has hit many record highs over the past 9 months. He is correct. Very cool. Thank you, President Trump. He also says Chinese President Xi Jinping is a friend of mine as much as he can be. Also very cool. Thank you, Xi Jinping and President Trump. Then he said stock market will hit many more record highs. Ripple raised $500 million at a $40 billion valuation. Pickwick 9 said, I'm late. We're all late. I agree. President Trump says the U.S. economy is booming and costs are coming down. President Trump to deliver a big speech today about the U.S. economy. Senator Cynthia Lummis says crypto is the future and we need to make sure banks are embracing it. This is a big deal. This one was exciting for XRP people, I think. Ripple partnered with MasterCard to introduce RLUSD credit card settlements on the XRP ledger. That is huge. I feel like Ripple has been kind of getting the crap end of the stick because of all of Chainlink's integrations and partnerships with banks and the money transferring service people. So to see Ripple actually like make progress on that and make good on at least a little bit of it, at least with MasterCard, I think that's a big deal. So good for them. All right, let's see. President Trump calls Fed Chair this this one made me laugh. President Trump calls Fed Chair Jerome Powell a nincompoop, which is a great word. That is such a good word. It does not get used enough. He said that crypto takes a lot of pressure off the dollar. Very cool. Thank you, Satoshi Nakamoto. He said he's making the United States the Bitcoin superpower and the crypto capital of the world and the undisputed leader in artificial intelligence. Tom Selleck-Scott said Supreme Court about to put the kibosh on Trump's tariffs. I heard about that. I don't know what that's going to do to the money markets. It's going to be weird. $7 trillion. Charles Schwab CEO Rick Worcestershire says the company plans to launch crypto trading in the first half of 2026. That one's huge news. NVIDIA CEO Jensen Huang says China will win against the U.S. in AI race. This one's also crazy. Trump probably called him after that and was like, "What the hell, man? Why'd you say that? I thought we were bros. We've been hanging out every day." That's funny. Marty Party posted Bitcoin high time frame, the Miron cycle, November 5th. Price following my line, bounce on the AR spring. Now markup on expansion. December 1st, quantitative tightening ends. The markup will front run the event. So we've got the yellow line, AR automatic reaction from November 4th spring. We're going to eventually break above 110, ride that wave for a minute, and then we're going to explode up to 126 resistance and then explode up to 140, which would be crazy. And then it's to recouple with global liquidity according to this chart. Thank you, Marty Party. That's actually a great chart. I like that one. Kobayashi letter posted, Japan stock market falls nearly 4.5% after the open as global technology stocks continue to decline. Fear and greed, stock market back to extreme fear. Once again, this is not what you see before a crash with the S&P 500 2% away from all-time highs. Let's actually check crypto fear and greed on CoinMarketCap, see where it's at. We are at fear still, 20. We've been at, I think we were at 20 yesterday as well, weren't we? Yeah. Wow. Okay, so we're holding steady there. Interesting. I want to get below 20. I want to go to 19. I want to see this bad boy at extreme fear, please. Just once. There's no way we're not in extreme fear. Next, we got the median. This one blew my mind. I want to be the outlier here. I'm 32 years old. I would like to buy a home, please. The median age for which median, by the way, if you didn't know, means average. The average age of a first-time home buyer in the United States has surged to a record 40 years old. This is up from the median age of 33 years old in 2021 and 29 in 1981. Over the last year, first-time home buyers made up just 21% of purchases, the lowest on record. Meanwhile, the typical age of repeat buyers hit an all-time high of 62, with their median down payments reaching 23%, the highest since 2003. Record home prices and high mortgage rates have created the worst buying conditions on record, locking younger Americans out of home ownership. The U.S. housing affordability crisis is worsening. It is getting pretty spicy, ladies and gentlemen. 3 years ago today, ChatGPT did not exist. What a run it has been. Look at NVIDIA. Went from less than 10 billion to 41.1 billion in just 3 years. That's crazy. Tom Selleck-Scott said median is the middle, not the average. JJ Math. Oh, for real? What's... Okay, mean is the average. My bad. Median, the middle value. Okay, that's my bad. I confused it with the mean, which is average. I remember median, mean. I don't remember the third one. Learning about that. That is definitely a JJ Math moment, though. I will blame it on the town that I grew up in, which I will not name, because the population is very low. Supreme Court justices are skeptical that President Trump's tariffs are legal, per CNBC. Supreme Court officially began oral hearings at 10 a.m. Eastern Time on the case of legality around President Trump's tariffs. Trump says today's case is life or death for the U.S. I hate saying this, I really do. I say they just leave him. Let the dude be the president, and if he fumbles the bag and the tariffs ruin everything, then it'll be his fault. If it does great, then that's amazing. As a Supreme Court justice, wouldn't you want the country to thrive? So far, tariffs don't seem to have damaged anything. They actually are accumulating a very large chunk of money, it seems. Why wouldn't we just keep them? Hello? This timeline thing is so goofy to me. Let's make tariffs illegal 10 months later. That's so silly to me. Just leave it, dude. If they do say that they are illegal, they should allow them to keep the money that they've gathered from them so far. Be like, okay, they're illegal from January 1st, 2026, or whatever crap they want to make up. It's just silly to me, man. It's so silly. The odds of President Trump's tariffs being ruled as legal by the Supreme Court collapsed to just 18% per Polymarket. Interesting. I'm going to go bet against that, I think. I might bet against that. Today's tariff ruling is much bigger than most people realize. If Supreme Court strikes down Trump's tariffs, the U.S. Treasury will face a massive refund liability. This potential liability is expected to be up to $1 trillion to importers. Why? Because if the Supreme Court rules the tariffs are illegal, tariff payments are considered wrongly collected taxes. These tariffs have been applied to 150 plus countries in nearly every product. Today's ruling will reshape the global economy regardless of the direction it goes. Trump says it's life or death for the U.S. I think if they rule that as illegal, that the entire country is going to look stupid, including them. That's just my opinion, though. You know, I'm not on either side. Oil prices extend losses towards $59 a barrel as President Trump reiterates his goal to obtain $2 per gallon gas prices. That's actually awesome. I'm excited for that. If we see below $2, I think I'll actually crap my pants. I don't remember the last time. I think I was in high school last time we had gas below $2. U.S. financial conditions are easing. That feels so weird to be able to say. The Fed's financial conditions index has eased to 0.5 on a one-year look-back basis, the easiest since early 2022. On a three-year look-back basis, financial conditions have loosened to 0.9, the easiest. I don't know what the hell that means. I don't know what any of this means. A new era of monetary policy has arrived. I guess they're looser financial conditions index, sure. That's not the job of the Supreme Court. Tariffs powers are the job of Congress. If Trump was trying to be a dictator, we wouldn't be in this mess, and tariffs are inflationary. See, I have yet to see the inflation from tariffs. I don't think that they are. I think tariffs are a tax on people who import shit. Stop importing stuff. It's simple as that. I say keep them. It seems patriotic to me. I'm not even a patriot. I think that the people that consider themselves patriots are sometimes a little kooky. Tyler said, what's up? What's going on, Tyler? I'm like slowly alienating my audience. I support Trump's tariffs. I really do. And I hate saying that because they effed my bags pretty hard early on. But they're there already. You know, the damage is done. Leave them. Justin said, holla at your boy. How's everyone doing? What's going on, Justin? Guys, don't forget to smash the like button on your way in. I appreciate you guys for being here. Congratulations, Fahid, once again on your victory. Enjoy your girthy carrot. Am I losing the daily close contest yet? Tyler says, no, not yet. Right now, rankings kind of the same. I've missed 4 of them so far, I think this month. So we are adjusting to daylight savings time, and so far so good. Tom Selleck Scott is pretty close though. He's 14 away from you, which is half of a month. So I'm just saying. Okay. Next news article: the U.S. Department of Transportation announces mandatory. This one's crazy because of the government shutdown. The U.S. Department of Transportation announces mandatory flight cuts at major U.S. airports starting Friday. The U.S. may cut air traffic by 10% on Friday if no deal has reached to the end of the shutdown. It's official, the longest shutdown in history. Very cool. DoorDash stock Dash collapses over 20% after reporting weaker than expected Q3 2025 earnings. That's actually insane. We should have shorted that. Bitcoin's rebound stalled near 103,000. Most longs are cleared, and 30% of coins sit at a loss, levels that have marked local bottoms in past bull cycles. That's exciting stuff. Tyler said, oh, so it's not just me, lol. For what? Justin said, been trading on a funded eval and had to actually lose a little before close because I made more than the daily max, lol. What? That's a thing? That's crazy. Good for you, though. That's awesome. When you make so much money that somebody steps in and says that you're not allowed to make that much money, that I didn't think that actually happened in real life. Cointelegraph posted, this one's great. You don't have to buy the dip. You also don't have to shower today. Call your mom or drive with your eyes open. But this I thought was a brilliant post. Cointelegraph on it, of course. Galaxy Digital now sees Bitcoin at 120K in 2025, holding $100,000, keeps the bull trend intact. Very cool. Tangum launches Tangum Pay, lets users spend USDC via a Visa virtual card. KYC required for the pay account. That is really cool, though. I like that. Any way that you can more liquefy crypto even more, that's even better. Circle updated USDC terms to allow weapon purchases if legal, shifting its policy to block only transactions in contravention of applicable laws in the United States. Thank you, Circle, I guess. Stock Money Lizards posted, Bitcoin, I'm ready for this. This actually aligns very similarly to Mart Party's rebound, going up to 110 and then 120. So we'll see if we get that. That'd be pretty sick. Let's see what happens. Then we've got Bitcoin ready for a huge bull run, according to AO Bitcoin analyst. Shannon Mac said, what's up, JJ? What's going on, Shannon Mac? How you doing, my friend? Smash the like button on your way in. Appreciate you for joining. This I love. However, this pattern right here, this ascending wedge, is usually bearish. I just like to point out. Although I guess we had one right here. That only has 2 points of confluence on the top, though. This one has like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 2 on the bottom. This only has 1, 2, so I don't know. Do with that what you will. It looks good. Actually, it looks... You know what? Now that I look at it more, we got the downtrend, the triangle, and then the explosion. Downtrend, triangle, explosion. That might literally be exactly what's happening. Extended cycle, diminishing returns. It kind of lines up. Wow. I actually really like that. I'm going to repost that too. We got, this one's great. When Michael Saylor convinced Elon Musk to buy Bitcoin, legend. This Elon post is hilarious. December 20th, 2020. Be trying to live a normal, productive life. Bitcoin. That's too funny. If you want to do your shareholders a $100 billion favor, convert the Tesla balance sheet from USD to BTC. Other firms in the S&P 500 would follow your lead, and in time, it would grow to become a $1 trillion favor. Very cool, Michael Saylor. Just in, Grant Cardone says he would rather own $1 billion in Bitcoin than $1 billion in real estate. Thank you, Grant Cardone. And then last but not least, Altcoins, the same formation that leads to alt season every time. 67% of the time, it works every time. Yep. Bitcoin chilling, 103, 383 and 61 cents. Justin said 50% of your target goal in a single day. Target on a 50K account is 3K. So I had about 1560 in profits, so I had to take a losing trade to get it under 1500. What happens if you leave it? If you leave it, if you left it at 1560, what would happen? Do they like fine you or something? They take like $500. All right. Oak Tree said tunk inside. What's going on, Oak Tree? Gourmet Brands of Brooklyn. Ouch. DoorDash. Wow. Yeah, DoorDash got destroyed. 20% is huge for a stock. All right, portfolio update. The 1K to 10K Grok portfolio is down $395. Oof. We got a nice little uptrend recovery, though. We were even lower. We hit at 1.554, which is crazy. And then... let's see. So everything's still in the red. Starting from the bottom, Fetch is down. What is that? $61? Nope. $71. Aptos is down 57. Render is down 46. Preppy is down 42. Shib is down 41. Ondo is down 39. Near is down 36. Doge is down 32. ADA is down 30. And Sol is down 4. Then we've got our Memecoin portfolio getting kind of shafted, down 476. We've got none of these assets are green. GigaChat is down 160. SNEK is down 108. Pepe is down 80. WIP is down 70. Doge is down 59. Then we've got our narrative portfolio, my favorite, and what was once the most stable. I don't know if it is anymore, to be honest. This portfolio is made up of one meme coin, one artificial intelligence coin, one decentralized physical infrastructure coin, one real-world asset coin, and one gaming coin. And it was absolutely killing it. Now it's mediocre now. It is currently down $117. We've got one asset in the green, the rest are in the red. Fetch is down 63. VeChain is down 45. Mana is down 24. Pepe is down 19. And Tau is up 32. Tau literally single-handedly carrying the entire portfolio, genuinely. Then last but not least, we've got the perfect entry portfolio. Gourmet Breads Broken said I'm 5 minutes behind because of all the ads. Is there that many? Everyone always tells me it's fine. I can change it so that there's a lower frequency. Let me do that. Hello? Did it work? Maybe get a refresh. Okay, so I did change it so that I changed it so that it's a lower frequency of ads at Gourmet Brands Brooklyn. That should be better. I'm gonna start putting it to the lower frequency. Everyone always tells me it's fine. But if there's that many to where you're 5 minutes behind and we're just over an hour in, that's crazy. That's ridiculous. Okay, the perfect entry portfolio is down 289. Oh, we said I love ads. Tom Selksgoat said bought the Dash dip. It's back to only down 9% now. Dash is part of my fat ass portfolio, which predicts people are getting fatter and lazier, so invest in stocks that help in fatness and laziness. What? Oh, DoorDash. Wow. It's the goldfish brain. I thought you were talking about the crypto dash because that was pumping the other day. That is funny. Yeah. I thought you were talking about DoorDash. I was like, what are you talking about? What does DoorDash have to do with people getting fat and lazy? Oh, that's good. That's good stuff, man. Oak Tree said, feed them to me. Love you, JJ. Love you too, Oak Tree. Appreciate you. Twisted Ashley. God, that's still like one of my all-time favorite jokes. Okay, perfect entry portfolio. A portfolio made up entirely of coins voted on by you, the community. We only added to the bad boy every time the market took a big fat dump Rooney on our chest. None of the assets are green, which is surprising. This is the first time since establishing the portfolio that none of them are green. Starting from the bottom, Avalanche is down 52, Render's down 51, Pith is down 40, Graph is down 39, Sui is down 35, Ondo's down 32, Crow is down 20, ETH is down 13, Sol is down 11, and Chainlink is down less than 1. Chainlink is down 8 cents, which is awesome. Oak Tree said, I thought he was talking about Dash Pay. Tom Salk said DoorDash has everything to do with fat and lazy people, and yes, I was talking about DoorDash. Yeah, I thought you were talking about Dash to crypto, because this was like the third on the list of privacy coins, which, by the way, I don't think this was ever a privacy coin, but that kind of cracks me up. It's like the random coins listed under these random categories because they like mention it in like on their website that they're like AI, they're like integrating AI, and they never do anything with AI. Oh shoot, this just updated to 24. What? That's crazy. Okay. I think that's it. Chainlink. Oh, Chainlink's down even more now. Now it's down 11 cents. Oh no. But regardless, perfect entry portfolio. Holding up better than everything else, I will say. It's less than 20% in the red. So, looking good. Justin said, check this out when you have a chance. When you have a minute. Okay, I gotta copy paste. Copy. Chinamex said, tunk up or shut up. Get out of here. Okay. Okay, this is the Polkadot Bitcoin. We talked about this. Why did we... What? Okay, this is on the daily. Whoa. Did you tell me to put this line on here? Or did I put this line on here? We broke below it, got back above it, perfectly retested it, and we're now going up. Which I believe, by the way, I believe CryptoFace calls this like a stiletto pattern. That's pretty good. That is pretty good. That's a that link. Okay, so this is where you bought. Is that where you bought? That's got to be what that is. What are the odds that it bounces right off that level? That's sick. That is so sick. Okay. I mean, you got to be like four-dimensional chess to do dot Bitcoin link Bitcoin chart. That's pretty sick, dude. Congratulations, my friend. 6.89%. Let's go. Gourmet Brands of Brooklyn said I was exaggerating, but thanks for adjusting. I mean, it is what it is. It's a perfect SR flip. Very nice. Perfect stupid read flip. Oak Tree said, hey, go look at the Tunk chart, brother. All right, let's go check it out. Tunk. Is it on Tap Tools? Oh, it's right here. Look at that. Beautiful. Wow. This is a beautiful chart. Guys, if you aren't in the trenches on ADA already, you know, now might be the ultimate sign. Not financial advice. Tunk is created by a couple of our channel supporters. And it's a fun project. I like it. Go check out the X. Do your own research if you like it. Buy some. If you need help figuring out how to buy some, let me know and I will gladly show you. It's a lot of fun. The ADA trenches are oddly improving. Like, it genuinely feels fun. It really does. Gourmet Brands of Brooklyn said we should make a tariff reflective portfolio. Ooh, what would that entail? Oak Tree said, I'm Tunk Dev. Are you dev or are you creator? Like, did you actually dev it? Dixie would get mad if you say you're a dev and you don't actually develop anything. So be careful. Angry Dixie is a scary Dixie. Unless he's angry at me, in which case I mushroom stamp him into the dirt because I whooped his ass at the first ever Dong Duel. I just want to point that out. In case he didn't mention it in the space today. My dong is bigger than Dixie's. He lost. So, love you, Dixie. Now every time I see him, I call him like buddy and pal. I'm like, how you doing, bud? I talk to him like he's a little kid. Just kidding. Okay. Yeah, it looks awesome. Daily. Let's go to the 4 hour. You got retrace. But it's recovering. Lovely. You got a little, I don't even know, what do you call that? It's like a BART, like a little glacier. It kind of looks like a glacier to me. Some kind of a mountainous thing. Dixie wrecked. All right. Yeah, the dot Bitcoin link Bitcoin chart looks awesome. Bitcoin itself, congratulations, Fahid, once again on your victory. Enjoy your girthy carrot. We're chilling. 103, 393. What do you guys think? I'm gonna ask Grok. Let's get some consultation going on up in this bad boy. If the Supreme Court rules President Trump's tariffs illegal, how will the stock market and crypto market react? Let's see. I want to see what Grok has to say on this. Because this I have no idea. Would it be positive because tariffs are no longer a thing because they were negative when they were announced, or what? Context, Supreme Court case. Why do I need context? I know what's happening. Expected stock market reaction. Markets would likely rally broadly, interpreting the ruling as a win for global trade and corporate profits. Tariffs have acted as a tax on U.S. businesses reliant on imports, inflating costs and squeezing margins. Their removal would lower input prices, boost consumer spending, and reduce fears. Retaliatory measures from trading partners like China and the EU. Overall indices, S&P 500 could surge 1 to 3% on announcement day. Whoa, there's no way. with Dow Jones up 0.5 to 2%, driven by relief cyclical sectors. Today's hearing already sparked gains. As skepticism emerged, showing markets are sensitive to this news, analysts described a full strike down as rocket fuel for equities, potentially adding 5 to 10% to indices over weeks as supply chains normalize. Okay. I don't think that it's inflationary. I really don't. I refuse. I have not seen inflation from tariffs yet, and I refuse to acknowledge the idea that that will happen. I think that these greedy corporations absorb the cost of tariffs because they know if they do increase their prices, then nobody's going to buy their crap. So, I don't know. I like the idea of price control. I like the idea of putting a cap on what a company can charge for butter or eggs or fucking gasoline, whatever. If you cannot make this and sell it for this much money, you cannot make this and sell it. Oh well. Oh well. We have to pay me, the leader of the company, $3 billion a year because I deserve it. No, you fucking don't. Sorry. Be poor. Fuck you. I don't care. I would be the worst president. I would be the worst. So many people would hate me. Expected crypto market reaction rise moderately, 0.5 to 2% in tandem with stocks. That's too funny, man. Treating tariff relief as possible global liquidity and investor sentiment. However, crypto's reaction could be muted or volatile due to speculative nature and decoupling from trade specifics. Positive, lower U.S. inflation expectations could delay Fed rate hikes, supporting high beta assets like crypto. Total market cap. Blah, blah, blah. Who cares? Bitcoin and Ethereum. Nobody cares. Altcoins. Nobody cares. Okay, so potential downsides. It refunds strain government budgets. Could spark short-term USD strength, pressuring crypto prediction markets. Low odds of upholding tariffs already baked in some positivity, limiting upside surprise. Historical parallel in 2019, trade truce rumors. Bitcoin rose 5% in a week, mirroring equity relief rallies. In summary, both markets would lean bullish on ruling against the tariffs, with stocks seeing stronger, more direct benefits. Reactions could vary based on the decision scope, full versus partial invalidation, and concurrent events like earnings season. Monitor VIX down 5% for volatility clues. Very cool. Thank you, Gronk. I guess if they rule tariffs illegal, then number go up. So we'll see. Congratulations, Fahid, once again on your victory. Enjoy your girthy carrot. Let's see. Tom Self-Scott said now they just bought a butt ton of inventory prior to tariffs, but they're running out of that inventory. Interesting. Period shake. Okay, that's a fair argument. That's socialism, bro. I don't really give a shit. I don't care. I like price caps. I think that they're funny. Because or maybe not. Maybe I would just put like the Costco guy and the Arizona tea guy in charge of everything. And then maybe they'll put price caps on stuff because that would be funny. I don't know. I would make it so that price caps could be legal. I don't know if they are illegal right now. But if Nike can't make a fucking tennis shoe in the United States for like X amount of dollars, then they can't sell a tennis shoe in the United States. That's just simple as that. I think it's stupid. Nothing has changed on the planet to cause anyone to make anything more expensive than they made 100 years ago. The same methods, actually with like easier access to all the stuff that they need. It's bullshit. It's just greed. It's all driven by greed. A company can make $1 million a year in profits. And then the next year they make $1 million and they see that as a bad thing because they only made $1 million. Why didn't they make 2 million this year? They made 1 million last year. They should have brought in 2 million this year. So then they go and they gouge their customers and they cut the wages for their workers and they cut the benefits and the CEO pays himself even more money. It's ridiculous. It's out of control. I hate it. I'm all for capitalism, but I do thoroughly enjoy the idea of capitalists getting effed in the ass with price caps. Even if it was just for like a month. I think that would be the funniest shit ever. Sorry. There's a reason why the big three is getting decimated right now by like Toyota, because Toyota makes quality and it's a decent price. You get what you pay for. You know, Ford, Chevy, Dodge, they're charging like 80 grand for a pickup truck, and the pickup truck sucks balls. The transmission's dead within like 3 years if you're lucky. It sounds like a freaking Model T by the time you drive it off the damn lot. It's crazy. It's ridiculous. The world is out of control, man. But anyways, guys, this is where I love and leave you. I got a X space to get to. Justin said any intervention in the market is bad. Yeah. I'm with you, billionaire tax as well. F them. I mean, once you get to a certain point of money, why do you need more? And here's my other thing. I don't remember the metric. Let's say the top 10%, the 10% richest people own like 90% of the money. That money's not going anywhere. So shouldn't we like print 90% again to like give it to the people that need it? That way it's circulating. You know what I mean? Like the dollar, they need to keep printing more because it's being held by like, you know, Joe Blow down the street who's like a multi-billionaire. He's just sitting on it. So that money's not in circulation. So technically inflation, in my opinion, is a fucking meme. Justin said, we only need the government to enforce contract law and defend individual rights. Outside of that, shut it all down. That's why I'm kind of okay with this shutdown, if I'm being honest. But allegedly it costs more money or something. I don't, who fucking knows, dude. They're all liars and thieves as far as I'm concerned. I say we just gut the whole thing, put like 1 or 2 guys in charge of like the important stuff, and then everybody else can go. Fuck them. Sorry. I saw a really good post the other day, and this is what I'm going to leave you guys with. I saw a great post. It was like, this is real. This is not a scam. This is not a joke. This is real. If you want to make $300 to $800 a week, go out and get a job. And guys, I can confirm that's literally true. So some people can't afford it. You know, that's obviously people that need benefits and stuff like that. They deserve it. But unfortunately, I genuinely actually personally met more people that abused local state benefits, SNAP and stuff like that, than people who actually needed it. And that's unfortunate. That is very unfortunate. And it's not that it costs money or anything. Like, it doesn't even cost that much money. But if you don't need it, then you should not have it. There's all of these ridiculous qualifications for like stupid stuff like a mortgage, but for like state benefits, free money basically, there's almost no restrictions. They just hand it out to anybody who asks. That's crazy. Oak Tree said I built the whole website myself. That's literally what a dev does. But whatever you say, JJ. Oh, I'm not saying, I'm just telling you that if you call yourself a dev and you didn't actually develop anything, that Dixie will be upset. Personally, I don't care. I think it's funny. But I do understand it. That kind of goes into my hacking thing. Whenever anyone's like, this bridge got hacked, and it wasn't a hack, it was an exploit, which is something that was built incorrectly. Versus a hack. A hack is like somebody breaking into your home. An exploit is somebody walking through the unlocked front door. Technically, they did break into your home, but did they break anything to get in? Not really. You know what I mean? It's all semantics. But anyways, I'm going to let you guys go. I appreciate you guys for being here. Happy Wednesday. The market didn't go to zero today, which is great. It does look like it might be recovering. Obviously, we'll see what it looks like tomorrow. But for now, congratulations, Fahid, on your victory. Enjoy your girthy carrot. Guys, as always, if Bitcoin starts to do anything crazy, I will hop back on. Otherwise, I will see you all tomorrow. I appreciate you guys for sticking around. Smash the like button on your way out. Happy Wednesday and good night.